Today I'm in Ayden, North Carolina at the Ayden Disc Golf Course. If you don't know where Ayden, North Carolina is, it's just south of Greenville. The reason I'm here is because I need practice for the Down East Players Cup. And even though this is a relatively easy course, I didn't do very well, being my first time playing through. I know going to this I probably won't win, but I'm going to at least aim for a top 10, which means at Ayden I should be shooting around even or under par to actually win. Farmville shooting par. So realistically, if I can shoot 4 or 5 over at each course, I think I can make my top 10. Hole 4 is actually the one I did the worst at the first time I played through. It's a long par 4 for the woods. It's 555. You actually have to hit a mandatory, so picking either this gap or this gap right here. And last time I took a 7. My strategy going into this is to accept that par is a good score, and my first goal is going to be to get through this mandatory gap. So I'm going to start with a more conservative play where I'm just going to lay up to it, and then after that I'm actually going to try to send a full drive with a rafter. That was a lot better, and I got through the gap. So let's go with the aggressive play. Missed the mando, missed the gap. Think I'm gonna stick with the layup. So I've landed right here, which is really not a bad spot to be, but it definitely takes birdie out of the equation. But par is still really manageable. I have to get through this gap right here, curving just to the right and then over a ditch to get to the basket. But now we're about 35 feet out, so it is going to be a tester, but this is already at a bare minimum a 2-stroke improvement over the last time. Now hole 6 I actually got a birdie on last time by throwing my river on a turnover line and put it in circle 1. Basically it's just straight through this gap, gentle turn to the right, basket's right by the wood line. Let's see if my shot's repeatable. At the very least, I do not want to take par out of the equation. I haven't gotten a birdie yet, but I'm doing considerably better since the first time I played through. Right now I'm at 2 over through 7, and by this point on my first time playing through I was 7 over, something atrocious like that. So hole 8 I actually played pretty well. I parred it. It's a par 4, about 420 feet long. Basically you just need a good placement shot somewhere right here, then you cross back over to the ditch and the basket's on top of a mound. If I didn't botch my second shot, I would have had a birdie. So let's see if we can change it. That's where I wanted my drive to go. That's where my first shot should have landed. So I actually lost that envy, that one that went through the tree limb. It's nothing but overgrown vines and blackberries, so there's thorns and it's just impossible to dig and see through that. So as much as I like that envy, it's not a complete loss. Like I've got something else I can replace it with. So kind of bummed, but I'll get over it pretty quick. Alright, we're jumping to hole 13. Kind of a tight late gap. It's only 290 feet. Basket's on the other side of this ditch and tree line. I took a bogey last time, but I also put myself in a bad spot. So let's see if I can at least improve a stroke on this. Oh, what a nasty kick at the end. So 15's another par 4. Last time I played it, my only real bad shot was my tee shot, but I did manage to save the bogey. There is a down tree, which it looks like Parks and Rec has chopped it up, or it's mostly out of the way now. You can kind of tell through this gap, you can just barely see the basket, and you can see the tree that's been cut down. Tall grass kind of ate it, but I did get a lot more distance, and I think I'm in a pretty good spot to get a birdie. So hole 17, I ended up bogeying last time. I can feel a headwind coming from the field back into this area. You throw into the blinding white light. You pray that it doesn't go into the afterlife, and then hopefully you'll be next to the basket. Because there is a headwind coming, I'm going to be throwing something more stable, probably an onyx, and really I'm just looking to get a par. I'm not going to try to park the basket or anything. I think last time I tried throwing a backhand turnover with my river, and it ended up not working out very well, so I'm just going to stick to the safer shot. You know, this one's close enough. I think I'm going to try to run it. Alright, so I just finished, but I only did one stroke better, and I know that was because of that 8 that I took, which was just a lot of careless execution. Stuff that shouldn't have ever happened. Which I think a lot of this course, what's going to hurt me is careless execution or just poor execution in general. I am not going to get a top 10 if I play like this both days here. Anyway, if you found today's video entertaining or somewhat helpful, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.